Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to my very first webinar, How to Keep Your Motivation Up During the Book Writing Process. But before we get into that, allow me to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about me. This is a picture of me on the screen here. I am Sharonda Foster. I live here in Alabama. I have been writing for over 20 years, consisting of poetry, stage plays, and books. I am the co-author of the book Shift. 20 women share stories of strength, courage, and succeeding against the odds. You can verify that piece of information if you would like by going on Amazon. It's because of this book that I can add Amazon best-selling author to my title. I am also coming out with a book about my life entitled Shaken Faith, Healing My Broken Spirit in the Midst of My Storm, where I talk about me being adopted, not being raised by my biological parents, how my prayer life started because my parents were not there to raise me, how growing up in a strict household affected my life. I also talk about my reason for wanting to change churches and how doing so made me more of a spiritual person. I talk about when I was broke and on welfare, just trying to make ends meet while trying to take care of my daughter basically by myself. And I know a lot of people can relate to that one. I talk about how my faith had been tested many times over, and a lot of times not even believing that God cared how much faith I had or what prayers I sent to Him. So this is where the title of my book comes from. And toward the end of that book, I talk about how my faith was restored and my spirit was renewed. So if you are interested in reading about my life's journey, please send me an email at sharonda@sharondafoster.com. So that brings me to this question. How many times have you started on writing your book and you start to doubt yourself? How many times have you started to write a book and you start to doubt your ability to write it? How many times have you started to write a book and you start to think that what you have written so far is not good enough? Well, guess what? Doubt kills dreams more than failure ever will. Failure doesn't kill dreams. You can brush yourself off and try again. But when you have doubt, it makes you not even want to try anymore. And to be honest, I think that even happens to the best of writers. To be honest, even though I have been writing for over 20 years, I still have doubt myself. But I wanted a writing career so bad that I had to make a change. Having doubt can also kill the motivation that you had in the beginning when you first started writing your book. Which brings me to the number one way to keep your motivation up during the book writing process. Number one, remove self-doubt. You are going to have to remove doubt because your dreams of being a writer, a book writer, depends on it. So ask yourself these two questions. How am I ever going to have a book or books with my name on it as the author if I have doubts? How am I ever going to have the opportunity to autograph books that have my story in it that I created if I have doubt? If you pull up the book Shift on Amazon, you will see my name and my picture as one of the co-authors. If you go on my Instagram page and scroll down, you will see pictures of the book release party and pictures of me signing books. So what if I still had doubts? I wouldn't be a co-author. I wouldn't be a best-selling author. I wouldn't have known what it felt like to autograph books. I wouldn't be able to release the book about my life's journey, nor would I be in a position to teach you all anything if I still had doubts. And I did not tell you that to brag. I told you that so that you can see and acknowledge that it is possible for you if you just get rid of the doubt that you have inside of you. Number 2, write a story that feels good to you. A lot of times we create stories only to be able to say that we have a book out, but it's not helping anyone. It's for entertainment purposes only. So maybe you are losing your motivation because what you are writing is not fulfilling to your soul, which in turn, your reader's soul won't be fulfilled either. When it's not fulfilling to you and you are the one writing it, it's almost like you are trying to force the book to come out, and that's not good. So maybe try to switch the storyline up a bit and write about something that's more fulfilling to you. Because if it's fulfilling to you, then you would have more motivation to finish writing that particular book. I remember when I was writing my first fiction book, I wasn't able to connect to the story at all, so I didn't finish it. Instead, I just started over and just took the whole story in a different direction. But what you are writing has to be in alignment with what feels good to you. And if you ain't feeling it, then you can't finish it. You have to be happy with what you have created. Number 3, believe in what you are writing. Sometimes doubt comes from listening to other people, but when you believe in something, you stand by it. No matter what, and nobody or nothing can steer you away from it. No matter what other people say, you believe in your story and stay true to it. You are going to have people say, "Are you sure you want to write about that?" I wouldn't do that if I was you. It's your story. Tell it how you want to tell it. Number 4, why are you writing this book in the first place? This is the very first thing that you should be asking yourself before you even start writing your book. It's that why that is going to keep you motivated. If there is no why, then there is no book. You have to have your why and keep that why with you mentally as you are creating the story. Number 5, who needs to read what you are writing? You are sitting somewhere losing motivation during this book writing process, but think about the people that need your story to get them through something. All of this helped me to complete my book, Shaking Faith. So this is the end of my webinar. Hopefully this webinar has helped you in some kind of way. And if it has, please leave a comment on the webinar Instagram post in the comment section, or you can send it to me through my email at sharonda@sharondafoster.com. If you do not currently follow me on Instagram, please do so. I plan on doing more webinars like this to help you. Also, please don't forget to follow me if you are interested in reading my book, Shaking Faith. I will send you an email out as soon as possible as it becomes available, which is very soon. And anything else you may need help with, if you think I can help you, then please don't hesitate to email me. I had so much fun teaching this webinar to you all, and I hope and pray that it has been very, very beneficial to you.